Everyone wants something, right? You, me, everyone that you come across, even if someone wants to come from that spiritual bypassing way of saying, I want nothing, I am detached from everything, but then the next second complains about something or says something that clearly has the sponsored thought of wanting something. And I'm here to say, just first and foremost, you're allowed to want what you want. Your desire and wanting for things is actually a very natural thing. It is something that your soul and your heart is leading you towards because it will help you experience something that your soul wants to experience. The reason a lot of people avoid wanting things, even though deep down they do want things, so they're not avoiding it at all, they're just kind of creating all this resistance and muck around the things that they want. But the reason people don't want to want things sometimes and try to come and use these terms and practices to make it seem like they don't or to avoid that is because a lot of people do it in a way which causes a lot of pain because they want something and then it makes them feel bad about their current situation. And so today, I just want to give you an idea and a philosophy that I use. I use this with my clients. I use this with so many people I work with, and I really help them to embody this idea. So of course, just hearing it here isn't going to cause you to embody it right away. You need to be exposed to it, do certain things to really embody it. But I'm going to give you what it is, and you can work on that yourself if you want. And there are things I offer if you want to really embody it, the fastest way possible. But it's simply this. You're allowed to want what you want and have a burning desire for what it is you want. And tune into your heart and be like, what is it I actually want? Right? If you want to learn even more actually about how to determine what that burning desire is and how to actually bring it about, like if you're done kind of playing this game of, you know what, I don't want anything, I don't want more money, I don't want to live in a better place, I don't want better connections and relationships, I want nothing. If you're done playing that game, then I would really recommend you watch my video I just made on my other channel, which is the No BS Guide to Manifestation. It is a comprehensive guide that gives you every step and every tool to help you powerfully get started. And that's only if you want things. If you're someone who, I don't want anything, and that's genuinely how you are, then don't go watch it. But if you do want things, and deep down you know you do, then I'd go check out that video. I will link it down below. But here's a part of that magic formula that's so crucial to embody, and it also makes it so that you don't feel shitty for wanting things. It also makes it so that you don't feel guilty because you don't have these things yet, or that you're a bad person because you actually want some things. You want more money in your life, or a job that aligns more to your heart, or your connections to be deeper and not surface level, and not fake deeper, but actually deep, where you're not going to be judged or criticized for being you. Maybe you actually want to become that best version of yourself, and you genuinely want that, or you want to be as healthy as you can be. All like really good things to want to be if that's what it actually is for you. So here's what it is. You figure out whatever that is from your heart, and that video I linked you to is going to show you how to do this even more profoundly. But you figure out what that is from your heart. Again, we're not doing this from our head and our ego, but what do you actually want from your heart? And it can be anything. It could be the health, it could be the relationship, it could be the finances, the job. It could even be certain objects. People think like, oh, it's a car, it's obviously the head. No, that could be something your heart wants you to experience, maybe because it leads you to another experience. Maybe it leads you to a certain level of understanding. Maybe your heart just really wants to go fast and faster and faster. I don't know. But not to really question whatever it is that inspires you, right? So whatever that is for you, to get a good image of that. And here is where you can really avoid the trap of using the thing that you want in order to beat yourself up. Because again, most people, they want something and then they get scared of wanting things because it makes them feel bad that they don't have it. And that's a problem, right? Because it takes you out of the now, and it's like, hey, now sucks, and this thing, when you get this thing, then you can be happy. It's playing the whole game of I'll be happy when something happens. And if you've played that game before, you know it's not a very fun game. But we play it because we think it's the only game in town. I'm here to tell you, not only is it not the only game in town, there is a much easier game, a much more pleasurable game, a game where you can not only be so happy for wherever you're at, but be consistently and rapidly moving towards what's next. And this is how it is. It's just saying it in the most simplest way. Of course, you have to practice this and work on this. Again, I would go watch that video next. It'll give you some tools. However, it's this, and I say this to myself every single morning to remind myself of this. I say it every single night as well. And this is the magic formula. that once you start practicing this, you have the tools with it, everything, it's just things start flying in. To have a burning desire for what it is you want, to admit what you want, don't feel guilty about it, be honest to yourself that you want this thing, but to have a burning desire for what you want, while also having a profound appreciation for what is. So a burning desire for what you want. Don't lie to yourself. You want some things. You want maybe a better relationship or connections with people you love. You want to, maybe if you're feeling lonely, not feel so lonely. You want a peer group of people coming from high consciousness, not in a fake way, but in a real way. You want to maybe people who are not going to pretend that wanting things or who pretend that wanting things for some reason is bad, and then you feel guilty because you actually want some things, so you try to push it down, right? But when you have a burning desire for what you want and you completely allow that to be there, but also a profound appreciation for what is, you tap into the magic of life. Why is this? Because your soul is always trying to expand. Your soul is always looking for that next experience to help it to experience. What you are doing here on this planet is experiencing. You are divinity. Again, I don't want to get too abstract here, but you are the divine here to experience itself in this dualistic experience. And there's an infinite amount of experiences you can experience, but if you're too afraid to want any experiences or want anything that would provide experiences, you're not going to experience that much at all, and you're going to experience patterns that have to do with lower consciousness. You're going to experience inactivity. You're going to experience decay over and over again, and it's not what your soul wants to experience. We've all experienced that at some level at some point in time, but as soon as we have, we can choose differently. And so when you have that burning desire, you tune into that without any objections, without, unapologetically being like, this is what I want, and not only is that okay, that is divine. But I am also profoundly appreciative for the journey I've been on up until this point. I am profoundly appreciative for the right now. And you know what? I will even give you a tool. I wasn't necessarily going to, but it's just popped up into my head right now. This just came through me. And something I do to help with this is I printed out essentially what I call just my profound appreciation list. And I have pictures of people on there, pictures of things that have already occurred on my journey, and also pictures of things that are currently in my life. And every single morning, I will just say, I am profoundly appreciative for, and I will connect to my heart. A lot of times I find myself just automatically kind of rubbing my heart and kind of swaying, which is, my sign that I'm getting connected. I'm not manufacturing this. I'm just doing this kind of naturally as I'm doing it, which is, for me, an indicator that I'm really tuning into this profound appreciation. But every morning I give that appreciation and thanks for my family, for my partner, for my business, for the people. I give thanks for my clients. I give thanks to the clients that I'm able to serve and help, the peer group that I have, the mastermind that I'm a part of. I give profound appreciation, I think I said for my family, but for the journeys and adventures and everything I've gone on. And again, whatever it is for you, maybe you haven't done some of those things. It doesn't matter. I give profound appreciation for the place that I'm in. But if my situation was completely different and my journey had been completely different, I would still find ways to give that appreciation. And the more you look at it, the more you repeat it, the more you tune into that appreciative energy while you say it and you look at it, the more you will start to feel it. And when you feel profoundly appreciative for what is, while also unapologetically having a burning desire for what it is you do want, when you're not trying to protect yourself from someone who's going to judge you for wanting things. And again, I'm not saying you have to go out there and just be like, I want this and I want that, and open yourself up to that, unless that's what you want to do. But within yourself, in your inner world, to admit to those things. And I'll tell you this, when you can admit to it and have that burning desire unapologetically, while also having this profound appreciation, it will start coming to you. So by all means, don't do that if you don't want to, if you genuinely don't want things. But if you do genuinely want things to come into your life, if you do want a different situation, if you do want to evolve and grow and expand, if you do want your circumstances to change, if you do want your outer world to change from the inner world, then be open and honest with yourself that you want those things and profoundly appreciative for what is already here. Now, I'm going to leave the video I mentioned right here on the manifestation. It is a deep dive, so again, I really recommend you only go over there if you are committed to watching the whole thing and really doing the exercises I give. I'll link it down below as well, but it is going to blow the manifestation door wide open for you if you follow it. I didn't leave anything out in this video, so I'd go check that next.